I'm Gamer Bears. We are here for another episode of what's called Wi-Fi Battles, and here is our team for today. I've got 5 new members and 1 returner right here, although with a different name. And as usual, as we go along with the battles, I'll go over each and every set that I'm using right here and now. Now let's see if you can all hear my voice. If you can, please let me know. Now, who is our first victim for today? Wait. Oops, yeah, wait. Yeah, I was doing some link trades earlier today, so let me get rid of that code real fast. And if you would like to battle me, please let me know in the comments on Twitch or YouTube or even on Rumble. Please and thank you. We'll get something arranged for you. Now, who is our first victim for today? A guy named Evan. And as we go along with this episode, I shall think of a name for this team. Because before I was contemplating on having Noivern on this team, but I needed some sort of ground type on this team, which I do have something on this team with Terra Ground. I'll reveal that as we go along with the battles, and we'll do the Elite 4 theme. But yes, here is our team. We got quite a bit of mostly physical attackers on this team. Just like with Power Prowess, having mostly physical attackers, but we do have a few special attackers. Now here we have it. It's a Slowbro Gyarados. Now Gyarados might be the biggest concern on this team, because I don't have anything with an electric type move. Should have known. Honestly, I've been lacking electric type moves lately, but anyways, I think there's still a few ways we could take it down. However, there are no poison type moves in my Masquerade and no toxic spikes. Now I got something good for that Skeledirge, the Crocodile, a Excalibur, and a Charizard. Alright, we got a lot of water type weaknesses on this team, and a lot of electric type weaknesses, but I have no access to electric type moves. Though we have a bunch of rock type weaknesses as well. That can come very much in handy with my Annihilate over here, Ghoulrilla if you will. So you know what? Our fire isn't particularly useful on this team, so Volcarona is going to have to take a stand back. The return of Crowned God, that is. I think it'd be best to start off with super fast Masquerade. Masquerade can probably take on most of the things on this team. And if I don't run into a very favorable matchup, I could just pivot with U-turn. A Protean boosted U-turn, in fact. Alright, Evan. Show me the reason why the game chose you as my first opponent. And Croc. Ooh, perfect. Alright, you're Intimidate. I don't think it's best to use Toxic Spikes here, personally. Though he does have 2 flying types, which is a little concerning. Now let me see what I do have in the back, because I definitely got you good and predicted. So you know what? I'm going for a Flower Trick, so we can get our critical hits off. Oh, you're staying in. Probably was thinking of using Brick or something. Yep, and your Intimidate means nothing because my attack always crits. Alright, he's likely to come in with maybe his Gyarados next. Excalibur the Reliable. Alright, you're a dangerous ice type, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to U-turn. Get some good damage off. Alright, that's not as much as I would have hoped thanks to the Intimidate. And since Protean did get nerfed in this generation, it isn't going to do as much. So we go into Mali-chan. Isn't that a cute name for a Tinkaton? My naming process for it was Mallet and John. As Japanese, I'm not entirely sure what the phrasing for that is. Something about friend or something. That did way more than it should have. Ooh boy. Alright, I think simple. You don't have any poison or steel types in the back, I don't think. So you know what, I'm just gonna go for a Play Rough. However, you do have water types and fire types, so I could have used Bulldoze actually. Which this thing it's on, I have a clear amulet so it doesn't get its stats lowered. I don't have to worry about Intimidates or Sticky Webs or any of that garbage. Because I was when I was making this Tinkaton, I was contemplating between either that or own tempo to have the Intimidator resistance or immunity. But it wasn't really needed. I should have Swords Danced, actually. I should have known he would switch. You're likely to go for a Torch Song. So, what we can do is go into Worm Wrath because you do not Worm Ruin because you do not have any ground type. Well, nothing to handle a Garchomp too well. Alright, go for the Torch Song, I dare you. There it is. Yep, predicted. Alright, you do have a Gyarados on the back. I'm gonna predict you're going for that, and we're gonna Swords Dance. Because I don't think Skeletor should really do much to me right now. Unless you're Terra Ice or some garbage. You don't learn any Dragon type moves, you're gonna be Terra Fairy, that's a possibility. Though if you are, that means I can get your Terastallize off early. Yes, we predicted the switch, you're getting into that Gyarados. Where is it? Oh, Slowking instead. I see. That may not be your best option. I would have rather Gyarados. If I were this man. And now we are at +2 and doing super effective damage, essentially, no matter what we use. Alright, you could even end up hard switching into the Gyarados, actually, but you know what, let's see what you do. Alright, you stay in. Let me just try to get a nice interception off, perhaps. And goodbye to Slowking. Alright, Excalibur is back. Too bad he won't be able to do anything. Because we have Iron Head. Just so I don't have to get myself locked into Outrage. Alright, he only has half his team while I still have my full team. And I've only used 3 Mons so far. I think we're doing quite well. Gyarados is here. Now you're Intimidate, I believe. There's the Intimidate that we were all waiting for. Now, there's 2 things I can do. You're definitely, if you might have Ice Fang. Now, I don't really have much to deal with Ice Fang, actually. I only have 2 things on this team to deal with Ice Fang. As you can see, my other answer to Ice Fang is Focus Sash. I don't want to go wasting my Focus Sash like that. And Gorilla, don't want to get him used up too fast. I think the best bet is to literally just stay in with a +1 Outrage. It should do some really good damage. Your defense is only based like 80, no, 79. Alright, we're good. And as I've stated before, this is a Garchomp from the Power Prowess team. Only this time I made him Terra Steel, which is what I was going to do initially, but in that video I didn't have the chance to make him Terra Steel, since that requires a lot of grinding and stuff. Just didn't really have the time for that. Now, Skeletor's already weakened from taking Ton earlier. You're taking a +1 Outrage, so you're not gonna have a good time with this one. I think his final Pokemon is his weakened Crocodile. Actually, no, his Crocodile's down. I forgot what else he has in the back. And Charizard. That's our final opponent. Alright, actually, well, since the confusion didn't go off, I kill this Charizard, unless it's Terra Dragon out of nowhere. Or it could be Terra Fairy, but it might be Terra Dragon. Actually, it is shiny, so it might not even be Terra Dragon. Yeah, it's Terra Fire, but if I outspeed you, your Charizard's gone, so doesn't really matter. Also, you just made yourself weak to ground. Good job. And that was a sweep. It was 6-0. Now, geez, can't wait for Greninja to come out next week. We're about to have some real fun with that. Stay tuned for that. And first round is won. All it took was some good predictions, and that's really it. And hitting things really, really hard. Didn't even get to show off most of my movesets with this one. I'd like to say that cockiness might bite me in the ass, but I don't like speaking things into existence, or at least bad things into existence. Hey, always speak positive things into existence, people. Alright, who is our next opponent for today? Opponent been found? Who do we have here today? A Japanese person. Up to me, we're just gonna do normal battle rules, keep things as fair as possible. Alright, and we have a pretty ferocious looking team, some of which we just dealt with beforehand. And we have ourselves a Garchomp, an Altaria, Lucario, Leafeon, Skeledirge again, and Gyarados is here. Now we have two Dargon types here, and a Fairy type with their names on it. And a Lucario here, which our Fairy type can certainly handle with pretty well as well, I'd argue. And our secret little weapon that I forgot to mention in the last battle. So we have a lot of things weak to Ice, but just like Electric, I don't have access to anything with an Ice type move on this team. I've really got to remedy that somehow. So, there are multiple things weak to Ground on this team. I could start off with my Garchomp if I want to. However, his Garchomp could be an issue. If I can at least get that Garchomp out of the way, my Garchomp can pretty much clean house on everything else here. I kind of want to start off with Bazookannon, but I think Masquerada might be the best thing here. Because in case I get a bad switch, I could just U-turn in and get a little damage and we're good. However, if his Lucario comes in with a fighting type move, I could go become poison type through using Toxic Spikes, and he doesn't have anything on his team to get rid of Toxic Spikes, so I think that'll be our play. Garchomp is our start. I am much faster than you, thankfully. Actually, you know what I can do? Oh wait, why did you bring 3 Pokemon? Oh, this ain't gonna be a fair battle, man. Bring a whole team. Alright, let's do this again, but hopefully he brings a full team. If not, I'll bring 3 Pokemon then next time. If that's how he insists on playing, I wish there was a way we could communicate through maybe dialogue or something, but apparently not. Yeah, play again with same rules. I didn't know he'd only bring 3 Pokemon. Alright, let's hope we can actually start this a little more properly this time. Alright, he did start off with Garchomp that time. However, I highly doubt he would do that a second time. There's only 2 things on this team weak to fire, but I think I should start off with Crowned God this time. Crowned God can actually do some work here. Especially if he manages to get me 1 HP, I can get Swarm activated with Bug Buzz. However, Skeledirge does wall Crowned God quite badly, so it may not be the best move there. Yeah, Masquerade is, unless there's a Choice Scarf on this team, Masquerade is definitely the fastest thing here. So I think it's best to just do that again. Let's see if he brought a full team this time. Thank you. Now we can have a proper battle. Alright, is that the Garchomp again? It is Lucario. Now, you've just fallen right into my trap, Mr. Lucario boy, because we're gonna do this. And now I resist your fighting type move. Or even better, I may not resist it, but now we can do this. Get a little damage off, and let's get into something a little more worthy of a little more damage. Actually, I could come in with Tinkaton, but all right, I don't want to go getting my Focus Sash pinned off right now, if that makes any sense. Alright, and you definitely have you're packing that Ice Punch, that's no good. Yeah, Tinkaton is the best move actually, and I am faster than Lucario. Right, you're probably gonna go for a Steel type move or something. Alright, we can take this just fine. Meteor Mash and it misses. Good. And now I'm gonna get a bulldoze off. He's not gonna expect a bulldoze, so let's do this. Alright, too bad my attack set isn't that high. Or we can take a meteor match, we're good, even though that did a little more than I would have liked. Alright, please don't tell me you have Blow Punch. You do not. Goodbye to Lucario, of course. I was expecting that to kill, I don't like that. Oh, why is this taking so long? That Gamon Bear, why? Body Press? I don't get it. Oh, because of that blasted attack buff, that's a little bad. Alright, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna get a little revenge killing on. Now this may not be the best thing to do. Alright, let's hope we get a special attack buff. That's what we need right now. We could have switched out into one of his water types, actually. Alright, because he does have 2 flying types on his team. He does have a few answers, not full answers, I should say, to the toxic spikes. I could have made my Tickets on Terra ground there, but that would have been way too early, and I don't want to do that. Alright, I did already get my special attack buffs, right? Alright, this man isn't going to expect me to have Focus Sash. So you know what I can do? I think I could Giga Drain twice, actually. I'm already +1 special attack, if I remember correctly. Oh, I didn't get the buff. Of course I freaking didn't. This thing could really benefit from a good electric type. I'm really wishing I got that special attack buff. I'm not entirely sure what to do here. You know what? I'm a Giga Drain. Hurricane. Alright, I was expecting a water type move, apparently. Wait, was he expecting me to go Terra Grass? Interesting. You know, we're gonna do this since Giga Drain did that much as is. I was not expecting a Hurricane, I was expecting, like, Waterfall or something. Alright, hit me with a Waterfall. Alright, he hits me with a Hurricane, I'm +1 special defense, what does this do? Oh, we are good, we are sitting good right now. Alright, let's get some of our HP back. Alright, if he's all, if all he has for Volcarona is Hurricane, we're fine. Alright, I am already faster than you, so it was a good thing I didn't get greedy going for a second Quiver Dance. Alright, get the rest of our HP back to reactivate our Focus Sash. Alright, if I can get at least one more Quiver Dance off, the Skeledirge is a slight problem, though. However, thankfully it doesn't have garbage like Flash Fire, so I could probably just overwhelm it with a few Fiery Dances. Almost makes me want to run like a Terra Ground type Volcarona at some point in the future. Alright, I may have lost one of my heaviest hitters, however he lost 2 of his. We are good. Alright, what do you have next? Garchomp? It's Leafeon. Probably to try and bait out the Skeledirge is my guess. You know what, better yet, let's just keep going for Fire Dance. I'm just gonna attack straight. Unless you're also Focus Sash, I don't see why you did that. And we get our special attack buff. Alright, half your team is down, I'm only missing 1 Pokemon. Altaria. It's a little sad how flying types do wall me, though. You could be Parasong, actually. Alright, I'm not in Swarm range, so there's no point in doing that. Alright, either I could Quiver Dance again, while expecting you to go for something like Dragon. You know, let's do it. Screw it. I still have my Focus Sash, we're safe. Alright, Cotton Guard, which isn't exactly useful for you. Alright, we are at +3 special attack. Why don't we do this? Alright, unless you're gonna use Roost or some garbage. Actually, if you use Roost, I can hit you with a stronger... Oh, go ahead, Sky Attack. Do it. Do it! Do it! Oh, no. No, Power Herb? Alright. Fiery Dance again, then. Goodbye to your Sky Attack. It was worthless. And Crown God, just like as he showed us back in Sword and Shield, is putting in work. Even though this isn't the same Volcarona, but the very same moveset, same EV spread, same IV spread. And Terra Bug and a different ability, really. That's all it needs. Alright, even if you are tanky Skeletors, the poison will take you down over time. Now, what I can do is Quiver Dance again, so we can get a few more stat buffs in. Because, assuming you're purely a special attacker here, and you most likely are, unless you got Yawn, that could be a little sucky if you do. But screw it, if that's the case, we can stall a little bit. Alright, you're definitely not Yawn. And Shadow Ball does nothing. While Poison will keep killing you off, while I am +4 in special, +6 special attack already. Holy bananas, mate. Alright, screw it, let's just keep Fiery Dancing now. And he forfeited. Volcarona pretty much just carried that entire battle. Alright, that is 2 wins for us today so far. Now, why don't we do another match? But my lack of a electric and ice type move is kind of screwing me over right now, and that bothers me. Next time, well, I did kind of make this team last minute just to get this episode going. I'll be honest there, I'm gonna not hide anything, if you will. But when I have a little more time, I'll put a more thought-provoking team together. But I think I should wait till the Greninja event comes out. And Aiden is here. I feel like we've seen somebody like that before. Alright, you're determining the rules. Alright, determine away. Let's see what fun you come up with. Yeah, you just did the normal rules. Level 1 Pokemon or higher. Okay. I'm gonna change the music, actually. Let's have a little variety, if you will. Titan Battle. We haven't used that one yet. Alright, we have Ampharos, Ampharos, whatever. Garchomp, Excalibur, Lucario, King Gambit, and Go-Go. Alright, right off the bat, I'm seeing a lot of Fire-type weaknesses over here, so Crown God is definitely going to be really useful in this fight. Now, I'm trying to think of, well, Crown God actually I think it's set up pretty safely against everything here. Especially if the Go-Go is first up. Unless it has Rock Slide, even if it does. Well, it's not going to flinch us since we outspeed it. And there's nothing on this team, well, there are 2 Steel types to counter our Toxic Spikes. But that's about it, really. Meowscarada is definitely our best start off in case that King Gambit starts off first, which isn't the smartest thing to do, let's be honest. And Mally-chan can definitely handle any King Gambit sucker punches. But I'm going to predict you're either going to start with the Lucario or the Garchomp trying to get off some stuff. And you know what we can do depending on which one he does, as we've seen in the previous fight, so let us do that. It seems like each of one of these teams I make always have a pretty decent start-off mon. Back in the last video, it was my Armarouge. Ampharos is our first opponent. Now, what I can do is literally just start off with a Flower Trick and actually probably one-shot this Ampharos. And, Tail Glow. Actually, I never even got Tail Glow. What am I talking about? So I could do one of 2 things. Either Flower Trick first, or get that Toxic Spikes off first. Which, honestly, I think is the smarter move. You don't have any, status effect users on, or status effect, Rapid Spin or Moral Spin users on your team, so I think we should be just fine. Or Defog, or, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that you can get off there. I mean, unless you have something with heavy-duty boots. Wait, we're playing level 100? I'm just realizing that. Alright, this makes things a little more fun, I suppose. Alright, you were expecting me to use like a Dark type move or something, so... Flower Trick for some damage. Oh, you're bulky. You bulky. Oh, he hit his Zap Cannon. That, okay. I'm not expecting that. I was not expecting for you to hit his Zap Cannon. No matter, however. Because... Actually, did you already use Cotton Guard just now? I think you did. I could come in with my own Garchomp, actually, and try to force some sort of switch in. So we're going to do this. However, you do have Dazzling Gleam, which is a slight issue. But actually, that's not the worst thing in the world. You know why? We are Tera Steel. Just for that. Now, I'm trying to think if there's anything, because Crowned God, we're going to need that there. I don't think we should waste this until their Garchomp comes out. So, actually, let's see if we can take a Dazzling Gleam. I think we can. You're definitely going for a Dazzling Gleam, so I think we can take this. Take it, Garchomp. You can do it. Yes. Alright, let me check his stats. That was a... Oh no, he didn't use a Cotton Guard before. That was Dazzling Gleam. What am I thinking? Alright, this can easily spiral out of control. We are good. Alright, one Pokemon down. Now I'm expecting King Gambit to go last, so I want to save Tickaton just for that. Alright, his own Garchomp. Now, assuming you're max speed, this is a speed tie. Let's see if we can win the speed tie. Because if not, that will be an issue. However, like I did say before, we're already at half HP. I don't want to go Tera Stealing, so... Alright, we outspeed. Good. You definitely gotta be Rough Skin yourself, though, right? And did you have any Fairy types in the back? Oh, you're not Rough Skin. Interesting. You're just normally old Sandvale. Alright, Go-Goat is next. I think Go-Goat could take a +2 Outrage, actually. Though that Lucario and Kingambit in the back still is a bit of a problem. Alright, it couldn't take that, alright. Go-Goat's defense stat isn't the best, though its HP stat is really good, so that's why I thought that. Alright, I'm confused now. So depending on what he does here, we gotta believe, and that Wormruin over here can fight the confusion. Alright, back to Caliber. Because, alright, we got a lot of your heavy hitters out of the way. And I don't want to go losing my attack buff. And I should really give a, Annihilate over here a chance. So, you know what? Let's do it. Alright, fight it, Wormruin. You can do it. Everybody chant. Wormruin, you can do this. Yes. Just gotta believe. Wow. Oh my god. Baxcalibur is a sturdy boy, dude. Oh my god. He took that +2 Iron Head like a champ. Too bad it's going down to this Rough Skin. And a Rocky Helmet. But Jesus Christ, he took that Iron Head like a champ. You got... Y'all can't... I gotta clap to that, dude. Took that Iron Head like good, dude. I was not expecting that, really. Alright, Annihilate and Lucario have the same speed stat of base 90. So this is gonna be a nice little fight off of fighting types. Because what did he have in the back again? Skeleturge, was it? I think. So, I could focus energy or just go straight for the cross chop. Let's straight for the cross chop. Oh, the Kingambit in the back. Yeah, that's right. Alright, but this is my Annihilate set. As you can see, cross chop, Shadow Claw, and Stone Edge. What do all three of those moves have in common? They all have a high chance to critical hit, which is why I have focus energy. Now, as I've stated in one of my Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Nuzlocke episodes, that will give me a, and we were expecting you to be last, Mr. King Gambit boy. And I have Malichan in the back just for you. But let's have Annihilate at least have a little spotlight. And your Tera Dark likely as well. Tera Dragon. That is very interesting. However, you are... Ah, frick, we missed. That's some garbage. Oh boy, that's gonna go. Oh no! Alright, but thankfully you don't have... Alright, that shows that you clearly don't have Sucker Punch, though. Now, what was I saying? That gave us a 4 out of 5 ratio for critical hits, which is actually very good. Alright, you know what? Bazoo Cannon can actually get some action in thanks to this. Assuming you're not, like, a fast one. And we are... It's the basic Mega Launcher Choice spec set. That's pretty much it. And Tera Water for some extra powerful water bosses. Thanks for being Tera Dragon, my man. Should have had Sucker Punch on this bad boy. I like running Tera Dark. And that is 3 wins for today. We can get a few more wins, shall we? But yeah, that means that Annihilate all 3 of the hits, assuming it actually lands those hits with 2 of the 3 of those moves that have 80 accuracy, but in exchange have base 100 base power, which means they will always crit thanks to that 4 to 5 crit ratio, which is going to be very scary and a little unexpected for some battlers as well, since most would expect bulk of Rage Fist sets or Final Gambit sets. That's the thing with Pokemon, you gotta kind of see what sets are normally used, because those sets tend to be really broken one way or another. But then you can also have your own sets that really catch them off guard, if you will, like I did in the last video with my Tera Fire Gastrodon. Alright, it's taking us a little bit to search for that. But speaking of the Cloudster that I was just using, with the basic moveset, oh, nobody found? Oh, we'll keep going until somebody's found, simple as that. Yeah, Water Pulse, Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse, and Aura Sphere, all moves that are affected by Mega Launcher, which was originally Mega Blastoise's ability, but sadly Megas don't exist anymore. Emmanuel kind of has the same eyes as me, just a bit wider. Alright, normal rules as usual. If that was no restrictions we just did before, we can do normal rules here. Maybe I should name this team Total Annihilation. It's a very offense-oriented team. Yeah, I think I should name it that. Sounds a little edgy, I get it, but I like names like that. Alright, oh, we got a Flutter Mane. What? Got like half of Vegeta's team going on over here. Alright, Mousehold. Thankfully, I have a Ghost type just for Mousehold. Now, you gotta either start off with that Flutter Mane or... Alright, yeah, and seeing King Gambit on the team, you're definitely doing that last. So Flutter Mane you're likely to start off with first, which I don't think I have anything to really outspeed a Flutter Mane. Alright, so you know, if I start off with Crowned God first, I can actually do a lot with that. I am not max speed with Crowned God. However, if Mousehold ends up being first, which I doubt, I'll go into Annihilate, since Annihilate pretty much handles that thing perfectly. That is our game plan. And as well as I'm seeing here... Alright, if Masquerada and Espather come up, my plan is to Toxic Spikes. Because there being a Flutter Mane there, that is definitely a slight issue. And it probably has Mystical Fire or some garbage, so we're going to start off with Crown God to Fiery Dance it. Actually, if I think about it, one Quiver Dance could take out a Flutter Mane. I think Malichek could probably handle Flutter Mane as well. That's probably the biggest threat on this person's team. Click level. Okay, never mind. So you know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm gonna go straight for Giga Drain. We are going to fish for an easy kill because I already know what you're going to do. You're gonna do Aqua Step strats. Alright, none of that garbage here, thank you. And I think that crit might have mattered. The Click level isn't that bulky. But at least got that potential sweepage out of the way. And the other person just, why would you do that? Alright, screw it. Like, the battle just started, man. You didn't need to give up that easily, dude. Alright, let's try looking for one more battle. I mean, that was a pretty scary team that I was staring down just then. And actually, speaking of which, I do have my own Mousehold that I want to use. K.E. I guess that's how you pronounce this person's name. Alright, normal rules, or unless he's gonna do no restrictions like the other dude. And I admire those people who don't rage quit in battles. And actually see it through to the end. You don't know, you could actually end up being an underdog. Don't just go quitting battles like that because you think you're not gonna win right off rip. Alright, yeah, he's doing no restrictions. Looks like we're all gonna be level 100. Hope we brought a full level 100 team, that is. He didn't. Okay, then. So I'm just gonna play this as if we are still using we're all still a level 50. Roaring Moon, Iron Valiant, his own Annihilate, his own Masquerada, a Dragon Knight, and King Gambit. I'm gonna start off with a Ghoulrilla. Just screw it. There isn't really much we can change around here since this Pokemon is so much lower leveled. I think it's better to just forfeit this and go to regular rules so we're all level 50. Probably the best thing to do. And judging by the level of both that Iron Valiant and the Roaring Moon, I doubt they're like competitively trained. I wonder, like, is that just a VGC thing? To have the Pokeball ladders thing, or was that only in Sword and Shield? If somebody can answer that question for me, please, I'd greatly appreciate it. I mean, he's the one who determined the rules, not me. Oh, thank you, Hattie Handington, for becoming a Gamer Bear. Alright, if that's what you want to do. Oh, you're very new. Well, thank you for becoming a Gamer Bro once again. I'll allow that. A little Autobot of mine is telling me that there's aggression there, but I'll allow that. If you were just kidding, I'll allow it. Well, since you're here, do you happen to have a copy of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and do you want to battle? Alright, I'm gonna forfeit this one, and we're gonna change the rules to level 50. Just to make things fair for the opponent. Alrighty, after we're done with this little, rematch, since this guy has less than level 100 Pokemon, we gotta have this as level 50. But yeah, after this battle, we can have ourselves a quick bout. I try to make these teams as balanced as I possibly can. Because my last team was my little evil villain team. Now this team, I came up with the name earlier this episode, I already forgot it. Total Annihilation, that's what I called it. Alright, make us level 50 this time, dude. Like, if your Pokemon aren't level 100, don't do that. Or unless you have some weird fear strats, don't do that. Alright, 3 Pokemon. Oh, excuse me, game. Ah, blasted. I can't just edit my team right here. You're unable to battle because you can't participate. Screw it. Alright, well, since that won't be done, since I have Pokemon, 2 Pokemon more than one of the same item. Alright, do you want me to make a card, or shall I? Or do you want some time to get your team in order? Mr. Hattie or Miss Hattie? Alright then. Alright, and here's our basic code. There you go. Just let me know that you got all that down and I'll start searching. Honestly, I think after this episode, maybe I should start doing double battles. I've got a bit of a double battle strategy planned. Revolving around, oh yes, the cliched Tera normal type Dragonite and a Qianpao. I think you can see the huge dangers in that. What am I call it? Yes, ads. Perhaps I should make that a little more friendly for the Gamer Bears. Alrighty. Well, as soon as this thing sees what we have, and the opponent has been found. Yep, that's you, alright. It's up to me, let's just do basic normal rules. The most fair thing we can do. Now I'm gonna change this to the... Actually, Team Star theme. And Total Annihilation will be chosen. Alright, now your team is a Noivern. I have a feeling there's some Tailwind strats going on there. Lucario, Sorrelage, a Koraidon. We got some legendary pocket monsters going on here. a Charizard and King Gambit. No, it's fine, you can have it there. I think I got a good way to deal with it as well. Alright, I think I know what I can do. We're going to do this. Or you know what? Since you took out your Koraidon, I'll just use 5 Pokemon myself. I think it's only fair. Alright, it's a good thing you just started off with Noivern just now. Because, assuming I win the speed tie in your max speed, we're going to do this. And I win the speed tie. Alright. I didn't think you would go for U-turn, but thankfully I got my toxic spikes off. Now let us see what your Charizard. Good move there. Alright, so I know I definitely outspeed you. There are definitely 2 different things I could do here if I wanted. So you know, I think I know exactly what I'll do. You turn it out. That doesn't do much, but it's nice to get a little chip damage off. And you're a Rocky Helm. I've never seen that Rocky Helm Charizard. It's interesting. Perhaps. Maybe it'd be better if we do this. Now, I am aware this Charizard could be packing Solar Beam. I think it's just better to go straight for this. Alright, now, who is Mr. Charizard going into? Whatever takes his Water Pulse is going to take a load of damage. And right back into our Flying type, I see. That did quite a lot, actually, despite it being a resisted hit. So now I think it's best to go into Malichan. And no Dargon Pulses for you. Alright, let us dance with our hammer. Alright, predicting that switch. Now the problem here is, assuming this Charizard might be max speed, all your moves are not super effective. How do I know you're not only telling me that just to lure me into a trap? Well, so my moves don't really do much anyhow, so just best to do this. Child's Heart. Take it your Charizard then? Oh no, guaranteed burn. On a bit of a timer here. However, I know what we can do this time. your air slash missed, thankfully. So even if you didn't switch, this still does a load of damage. Alright, I'm hoping and praying that doesn't flinch. Of fucking course. That's garbage. That's garbage. That's garbage. I protest against this garbage. However, I think I know what we can do here. Exactly what we can do. Now this might seem like a bit of an unorthodox move, but we're gonna do it. You definitely are faster than me. However, if I do want to switch, we can certainly do that, which may be the better thing to do, actually. Yeah, let's do it. Now, Roost is a quite good move there. Alright, I know you're going to switch, so... Or do that, but I quad resist that, so that's alright. And we get ourselves a nice little attack buff. And thankfully, with the Fire-type Charizard gone, King Gambit is here now to show us the ropes, apparently. Look at him. Look at him sitting in his chair. Now, I don't think Supreme Overlord is the greatest move there, since only one of your Pokemon has fainted. And now, thanks for me getting that boost, we can do this. Guillotine. Ooh boy, you're really going for the one-shots there. Alright, and I think this is the best time for this. We are +2, and Surlage only has base 85 speed. So this is likely the very best move we can most possibly do. Because sadly, Tinkaton doesn't learn Earthquake, so I can't use Earthquake. Which is stupid. Like, how, you tell me with this big-ass mallet I can't cause an Earthquake? That makes no sense to me. So maybe this Lucario's Terra Flying. You know what? That would be pretty funny if it was. Terra Dragon. Honestly, I always like That's the thing I like with terrestrializing, unlike previous games. Well, you could kind of do that with Dynamax / Gigantamax, and what was I saying? And Z moves? But I'd say it's even more interesting with terrestrializing, really. Like, to see what other people have on their sets, and there's infinite possibilities, pretty much. They could either have greater damage output with the type they already have. It's awesome. I like it. Or they could be a completely different type to make themselves a bit more defensive. Well, don't count yourself out yet. You might get something good with Noivern back there. I mean, I'm about to sound like an anime hero over here, but the game ain't over until the last Pokeball is thrown, as Jaden Yuki would say, only in Pokemon terms, not Yu-Gi-Oh terms. See, who knows, you might confuse me here. And hey, look at that, you got some RNG there. See, don't count yourself out just yet. Alright, and we got Swarm in range over here, and thanks to my speed buff, I believe we outspeed. And now this time, I believe, is a good game. There's a good game, Hattie Haddington. You played very well. Yes, he did. You should congratulate your Noivern in some sort of way. Alright. But, with total Annihilation, which will be my canon name for this team, everybody here got some time to shine, and I think that shall be it for Wi-Fi Battles today. Thank you everybody for watching this edition of my Pokemon Violet playthrough, it's not a playthrough, Wi-Fi Battles. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit one of the videos you see on screen right now and the bell button for more. Special thank yous to Hattie_Haddington for becoming a gamer bear, having that nice little battle with me, and joining me and watching this far. Thank you everybody for watching, and see you next time.